My name's Tony Mitchell. I've been a season ticket holder since 1996. I have followed Grimsby since 1955, so I've been a supporter for 65 seasons now. First manager was Allenby Chilton. We'd sought re-election the year before I started coming, and then Allenby Chilton came in as the player manager and we won the Division 3 North Championship. I'd not started supporting that season. My mum and dad used to come, but I was probably considered too young to come at that stage. Then I started coming on my own the following season. I was fortunate enough to see them win the championship, so that was fantastic. My mother was one of those who went to the 1939 semi-final.
Wow.
Yeah. At the same time, my dad was a Portsmouth supporter, but that's another story. The era was really, really good. You know, played attractive, attacking football. Obviously, people remember 1998 and going, the Wembley double. That sort of thing. We've seen, we've supported Town through thin and thin. As people say, but we have been fortunate enough to see them play some really good and decent for the away leg of the semi-final when we reached the goal, and that was a fantastic feeling, excellent. Yeah, felt really good. It was. I think the first game was probably the more enjoyable of the two because there was not so much pressure on whether you won or not. Whereas the second one against Northampton meant whether we was going up or not. A little bit of a momentary silence because people were not sure that was the end of the game, because I think it was one of the first times that they used the golden goal. And the result was very, very disappointing. I don't think there's an old adage that it's failing to prepare is preparing to fail, and as a consequence of that, the preparation was absolutely non-existent. And I think to a certain extent they put all their eggs in one basket in the fact that they thought the league was going to terminate and continue, and as such we didn't prepare properly for it. We let some very, very good players go, and as a consequence of that we paid the price and paid the ultimate penalty by going down, because there didn't seem to be any gelling, and to have only one pre-season game is absolutely criminal. I'm trying to describe how I felt about it, but we've got one or two young lads with potential, but there's an old adage, you've got to kiss a lot of frogs before you get a princess, and I'm afraid we had too many frogs. I was quite pleased that Paul came back, because at the time I felt he was the right guy for the job. And I mean, I think to a certain extent one of the advantages we have got after having gone down, unlike the last time we went down, it was an absolutely new experience going into the National League, whereas Paul does have experience of it, knows what we need to do to get out of the league, and I think that's what we need. We are going to hit the ground running, I feel, this time, rather than scratching around trying to. I think probably the biggest fault last time was we tried to play football to get out of the division, and you can't always play division. You can't always play. It's a big miss. I mean, my wife and I are both season ticket holders, and we come and enjoy coming, and enjoy meeting fellow fans and friends who do come to the ground, and I think to a certain extent it's that bonhomie and meeting friends and the actual match day experience is good. My grandchildren live away and my family live away, but as and when they come back, they always come back, and the grandkids look forward to coming to the games,